The Indianapolis Motor Speedway was established over 110 years ago to test new technologies.
And now self-driving cars are the next grand challenge in automotive technology. But we're still a ways away from having the autonomous vehicle that can drive anywhere and everywhere at any speeds. We knew that there was a major leap that had to be taken. What better way to do that than a high-speed race at the most famous racetrack in the world?
The Indy Autonomous Challenge, it's a challenge unlike any other challenge.
30 teams from around the world, 20 laps, $1 million grand prize. The minute that car is on the track, it has to control itself entirely.
These cars are running at high speed where one car doesn't know what the other car is going to do.
Our cars here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway touch 240 miles an hour.
So by going into a racing context, we are stretching self-driving cars to the absolute limit.
Pushing the technology to the very edge to fuel innovation.
It's racing, but in a futuristic way.
We've known for years that prize competitions can drive innovation. The DARPA Grand Challenge was a $1 million prize competition to develop the very first self-driving cars. That competition led to tremendous advancements in the industry.
And while the cars have become incredibly safe, they're not at the level of proficiency of a human race driver.
Sebastian Thrun, who won that DARPA Grand Challenge, came to the Indianapolis 500 and said, you've got to create some type of autonomous vehicle competition that would bring back the excitement of the DARPA Grand Challenge.
The Indy Autonomous Challenge is challenging the robotics community to build self-driving cars that could basically drive as good as the best trained human race drivers.
The real challenge is the software. How do you take the information that's coming in from these sensors, compute it, and make decisions that are typically made by a human?
I have not seen a self-driving car that would be able to race something like the Indy 500s yet.
The challenge is not about building a better autonomous vehicle. It is about building the smarter robot driver that tells that vehicle what to do. We had more than 30 teams sign up to compete, coming from 14 US states and representing 11 countries.
This is not your traditional race mechanic. These are engineers, these are entrepreneurs, these are students.
These are the top engineering programs in Europe, in Asia, in South America.
University students looked at this problem with fresh new eyes. The reason to compete in the Indy Autonomous Challenge is to be part of the next generation of self-driving car experts.
This is going to bring the best minds from around the world to solve a very complex problem and do it here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
We're holding hackathons, and those teams that are able to show that their software is really ready for competition will have access to the race cars. We have a race car that we are unveiling that will be a first of its kind. The Indy Autonomous Challenge race car is the most advanced, fastest autonomous vehicle ever developed in the world. Dallara built us an absolute beautiful race car. We have sponsors that are providing radar, LiDAR, optical cameras. We have advanced computers. When you think about all of the technology that is going into this vehicle, we're pushing $1 million.
If we can go 240 miles an hour and keep cars from colliding, then surely we can make highway traffic safer.
This challenge will lead to safer self-driving cars.
We are certain that the future of our racing is going to involve drivers and cars, but we know what we'll learn from a technology point of view will be really important to IndyCar racing.
What makes us the most excited about it is it's all of these universities from around the world with the next generation of the brightest minds who are going to make a difference in our world. And some of them are going to look back and say it started competing at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway in the Indy Autonomous Challenge.